news that have come out. The Competition Commission of India, I believe, has granted relief to a few companies and the FICCI Multiplex Association of India as well, to explain this in greater detail and what it means for companies such as Eros International, maybe a couple of others as well. Yatin Mota joins us right now. Yatin, just put this into perspective. What has happened and how does this impact these companies?
Well, Neeraj, this is first of all, the CCI order is positive for companies like UTV Software, Reliance, Big, which is Reliance Broadcast, as well as companies like Eros International. Eros International will be the major beneficiary because the CCI order pertains to the order regarding the case filed by UTV against Karnataka Film Chamber of Commerce. Now, essentially what these association or distribution association would do is that they would limit the distribution of certain films in the regional arena. So basically, if you want to launch a film in Karnataka, these regional chambers would block certain multiplexes from releasing these films. Basically, they had to pay certain processing fees as well as had to meet other criteria of the association. Now, the CCI order clearly states that the associations cannot compel producer, distributors as well as exhibitors. So basically, all the multiplexes as well as the distribution players like Eros and UTV from exhibiting various films in the respective territories. Also, you cannot discriminate between a regional and a non-regional film. So basically, you can launch Hindi films on the regional, say Tamil or as well as other multiplexes which were not earlier permitted by such associations, and also CCI has imposed penalty on such associations who have been practicing this. So what this essentially means that the distribution reach of all these players, including UTV Software and Eros International, will increase as far as the regional markets are concerned. They will be able to release films better on the multiplexes screen, which were earlier limited by these associations. So, instead of launching the film in 100 screens, now they can launch the film in 200 screens. This is what essentially the order means. So, in a way, the reach as well as the revenue visibility for all these distribution companies will increase. Also, the satellite rights as well as the movie rights on television broadcast will also increase. So, apart from the multiplexes, the television players will also benefit apart from the distribution companies.
Yatin, just putting in, I was just listening to you right now, and pardon me for not understanding this as well as you do, but you did mention that, for example, some of these companies will be able to release movies instead of 100 theaters or 100 multiplexes in 200 multiplexes. Does this mean that the overall revenue potential would also go up, or would this essentially mean that this will be faster recovery of money that has been invested into a movie?
Well, this would mean both, Neeraj, because the thing is that these companies generally work on a revenue share model with all the multiplexes. Earlier, these associations on the regional basis, like, for example, the Kannada association that I was talking about, there are certain Tamil associations which restricted all these distribution companies for launching a pan-state kind of a movie release. So, now they can launch it in each and every multiplex. There will be no restriction by these associations. These associations earlier used to protect their own regional films versus the non-regional films. So now they can launch this film in each and every multiplex which is available for distribution, which will not only mean that the revenue share for these distribution companies will increase, but the cost recovery of such films will increase. Also, more importantly, Neeraj, the TV as well as satellite rights for such movies, including music rights and television rights, can also be sold on a regional platform and the regional language channel. So, for example, Eros can basically show a Hindi movie on Sun TV, for example, which earlier was not the case. So, given the fact that you assume all these things to be favorable for all the distribution companies, this will also be favorable for certain television as well as satellite broadcast companies like Sun TV and Zee TV.